Okay, now just close your eyes for a second, please. Tadgatena manasa Pasyanti yam yogina Yashyantam vidushurasravana Devaya tasmai Namah. So friends, now the present situation is so frightening all over the world, more so in India also. Everything will come to an end at one time or the other. But in this situation, where everything else, every other activity looks redundant and meaningless. Now, see if somebody wants to, even the Olympics you want to organize or play the games or political rallies and religious festivities, anything, marriage, shopping, anything else you talk about is completely meaningless. Because in everybody's mind, there is only one thing, Corona, that pandemic, everybody. And of course, those people who are in the know of things, into the medicines and disease and all these things, they have been doing their best to tell you, have certain good practices, keep off from each other, social distancing, and use the mask, wash your hand. They have been telling again and again, through every type of media it is talking about, along with it also a lot of garbage coming in. But basic things is the person must learn to take care of himself. Unless you take care of yourself, nothing else will happen. As somebody told a very nice joke. He said, Swamiji, the Corona is a very arrogant fellow. Romba Timiru in Tamil, very Puraniya, very sort of arrogant. It will not come to your home uninvited. You must go out and bring him in, then only he will come. Clearly shows that we all must be responsible wherever we are friends. But in spite of that, there will be hundreds and thousands of people, they may not be knowing what to do, or already infected. It becomes very, very difficult. Everybody is trying their best to cure it, and some people are curable, most people are cured, some are not. Now in this type of situation, what shall we talk about? Suppose you go and talk about the Brahman, Atman, happiness, joy, absolute celebration. It doesn't gel. Right? It doesn't gel. It's like you're going to a marriage ceremony and talk about divorce and death. Or there is everybody is divorcing, dying and miserable, famine, flood, earthquake, typhoon. Then we are talking about the music night, musical evening, movies. It just doesn't go gel together. So in this moment, when there is all over the world, there is almost like an unspoken danger. This is a clear and present danger of death and disaster, where so many people are dying away, millions and millions of people. Not that other days they are not dying. Every day, quietly everybody is dying. Nobody makes, we are not making a big deal out of it. Even without the Corona also, there are millions of people are dying. But in this, suddenly there is a death. Unexpected. 30-year-old suddenly dead. 35-year-old suddenly dead. 50-year-old suddenly, most powerful person, suddenly dead. That is where it frightens everybody out. So, If we can find one type of a solution where the death is immediately, that fear of death goes away. I have been telling that particular point for last 1 year almost when we started our classes on Bhaja Govindam. It is not the death that is frightening. Please understand, friends, never trivialize death, never trivialize disaster, never trivialize human suffering. But if you start thinking, it is not the death which is a problem. I am dying is the problem. Very difficult for people to accept. Again and again I have said, we have discussed, it's not aging that is a problem. Old age is not a problem. I am old. Dying is not a problem. I am dying. I can't say I am dead. I am dying. Poverty is not a problem. I am poor. Failure is not a problem. I am a failure. Success is not arrogance. I am successful. There is only one thing. I, which drags everything onto itself. It drags disease, it drags death, as even it drags youth and health and the birth. So if you want to really solve the problem, where exactly we should do? To cure the disease, we need to cure the disease, we need to point out the virus, find out what is the virus, and to destroy that, kill that disease, you first find the virus, then destroy that virus. When that virus is gone, there is no problem. So here also, you cannot cure, take away the virus of death, because that death has no virus. Death, life, existence has no virus. I am existing created by the virus, I thought. That I thought the individuality is the ultimate virus that drags everything onto itself. Youth is not a virus. Old age is not a virus. There are no virus for that. It's a condition. And the truth is unconditional. Who you are is unconditional. We shall see that more. I'm just getting into that. So if we can appreciate what is that something because of which there is a fear of death. That there is death is not a fear. I am dying. That there is poverty is not fear. I am poor. Please think it over. So there is only one thought that must be clearly understood. Is it that easy? Yes, that easy, very complicated. I'll go there just for 2 minutes. Then we shall see this conundrum. In whole this morning I was thinking, friends, the Vedanta, the Upanishads is such a beautiful conundrum. It's a lovely puzzle. Absolutely amazing, intellectually so liberating, spiritually of course liberating, emotional, name it, physically, intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, all that nonsense, everything all one and the same. Nobody is superior, inferior, the whole solution is absolutely easy. I'll go there and come back, then we shall talk about it, okay? Just, very simple one. It's just you have to look at that thing. Audio will be difficult. Video, you please see that. Somebody sent me like many people send me many different things and I enjoy it all. If you have seen it, don't be excited. Just see, be surprised. Just be surprised. If you don't know it, of course you will be surprised. You will be thoroughly surprised. Here is a number. This is how it is. 5 plus 5 plus 5 is equal to 550. Can you accept that equation? Zoom kar diya hoga. 5 plus 5 plus 5 is equal to 550. Can you accept? Nobody can accept. Impossible. But you have to make it. You have to solve this problem. Solution. You have to create the solution. This is right with only one addition. You have to put. You are given a freedom to draw one line. Just one line, with which the whole equation will be perfect. 5 plus 5 plus 5 is equal to 550. You have to add anywhere just one line, and it should be all right. Many people try. Some say, here one, here. Simply the mindless. One person went to say that, okay, if you put just this one line here, that this is not equal to 550, that will be all right. He said that maybe is an answer, but that doesn't answer the original question. That how all the 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 550. How can you do that? You can try the whole life, it will be very, very difficult. The one who knows. Strikes is something, please look at the solution. Amazing. Just one line. 545 plus 5 is 550. How do you think of it? How many people can answer this? 5 billion people can answer that, everybody cannot make it. Impossible. Because already when looking at 5 plus 5 plus 15, how can 15 be 550? 535, how are that? Finished. Mind is finished. But the one line, how difficult it is? Once you know the answer, how difficult it is? And how do you feel? How stupid I have been. This is Vedanta, Upanishad, instantaneous self-knowledge awakening right here and now. How? We shall see that. Just like this little equation, it throws you. So simple, but looks so impossible. Upanishads are about this knowledge also, we shall see that. Okay? I'm going back there. Just think of it, friends. Relax and enjoy. Yes, bring that. Okay, this is so simple. Now, it looked very huge. 5 plus 5 plus 15, it becomes 550. Impossible. You couldn't believe it. Now, same thing also, in Upanishads we shall see that. Amazing questions. What type of question they ask? How vast is the creation? Think for a while, friends. Think and think and think. Just not your physical body. The house, we are here in this hall, is part of, this Chennai city, part of Tamil Nadu, part of India, part of Asia, part of Earth, part of the all the 9 planets, the solar system, part of the solar systems, galaxies, Milky Ways, oh God, universe, imagine how much, all over. Vast creation. And then in personal life, time-wise, from your first day of your birth, childhood, youth, old age, and every day, how many minutes you are living? Minutes now? Seconds. How many seconds you are living? 24 hours. One minute is 60 seconds. 1 hour, 60 into 60. 3,600 seconds into 24. It almost come down to like 90,000, let us see, in your living somewhere. That means seconds you are living here. And every second, what all you are experiencing, can you remember everything? Can you make a total collection of all your 90,000 seconds experience in life? Can you do that? Can you do that? It is impossible. You cannot do that. 90,000 seconds. Can you remember? And imagine collectively 7-8 billions of people, 90,000 seconds. How much can you remember? How many things are happening? Can you really get head and tail of this creation? How was this created? How these trees were created, how these birds were created, how the human beings were created, what is happening, what are the stars, planets, Milky Ways, galaxies, how this creation. How did you? Who can find out? How many details? Right. The Upanishad asks a very simple question. Yasmin vigyate sarvamidam vigyatam bhavati iti. Please tell me one thing. The student goes there, the Upanishad student goes there and asks the question. Yasmin vigyate sarvamidam vigyatam bhavati sya. By knowing which everything is as well known. Can you give me something by knowing which everything is as well known? Because I have tried to know. It is enormous. It takes so long time, still I will not be able to know it. How many things to know? How many sounds? How many touches? How many tastes? How many smells? How many animals? How many birds? How many germs? How many virus? How many things? Can anybody ever know everything? When the person searching, looking for everything, then one day he is totally tired and he says, goes to the teacher and says, Kasminnu bhavo vigyate, hey Bhagavan, O Lord, you seem to be, you are supposed to be a wise man. Kasminnu vigyate, what knowing which sarvavidam vigyatam bhavati sat. Everything shall be as well known, so that I don't have to break my head over anything. You know how many traditions this type of questions are asked? How many human beings have asked the question? Don't you think if one person in one tradition asks this question, the entire humanity should take it over? By knowing which everything is as well known. Is there any such thing? Same thing you can go on expanding. Not only, O Lord, tell me, by knowing which everything is as well known, but by gaining which everything is as well gained. By reaching where every place is already reached. Think of it. By knowing which everything is known, by gaining which everything is gained, by solving which everything is solved, by knowing which there is no more any death or immortality, there is no more death or mortality. Everything is as well gained, everything is as well reached. What is that something? Can you let me know? Can you tell me? By knowing which one thing. Let me knowing which only one thing. What is that one thing I should know by knowing which everything is as well known? Suppose you know about the space, everything is not known. You know about air, everything is not known. There are 5 different elements. By knowing about space, you don't know about air. By knowing about air, you don't know about the fire. By knowing the fire, you don't know the earth. By knowing the earth, you don't know the water. So, knowing any element, everything will not be known. Then you can say, okay, physically, materially, reduce. Then all these things are big things, but say, let us say atom is the smallest. No, atom, proton, neutron, positron, all that stuff they talk about, the nucleus and everything that go to the whatever quartz or whatever you say to the whatever you say that particular point, how much you say, that's true. But that doesn't explain the consciousness part of it. It's only unconscious part of it. How does the material, understand, how does the material, atom, system, the proton, neutron, all these things will ever explain about your emotions? What is the atomic power? Emotions, fear, jealousy, hatred, love. That is why you can be top person in the scientist. There is nothing against scientists or for scientists. There is no such stuff. By knowing certain things, by knowing about the atom, yes, by energy you can know about maybe the same matter, same energy everywhere. But that knowing explains your emotions, your perceptions. You can say the perception is false because it's only energy movement or something, certain particles, the smallest particle movement, there is nothing else steady. Fine, nothing wrong. And because by discovering those things, we can create so many wonderful things that science has created. Nothing wrong. But that doesn't take away your fear, your death. The cardiac surgeon dying of cardiac arrest. The doctors dying of the disease. Just think of it, because you can be a professional, but as a personal life, You have your anger, your hatred, your jealousy, your love, your frustration, your fear, your anxiety, everything is there. That doesn't solve the problem. So what is that something of which I shall know, by knowing which everything is solved? And that something is, again come back, I thought, individuality, I. Without that, there is no question. Understand? Without that, there is no question. Animals do not question, trees do not question, elements do not question, human physical body doesn't question, sense organs do not question. Nobody questions. Only one place there is a question. I question. Who is this I? Absolutely universal. That is why there is a particular verse, Naiskarma Siddhi, very nicely Sureshwaracharya writes there. Aneka Shastram Bahubeditavyam Alpasya Kala Bahavasya Vigna Yat Sarabhutam Tadupasitavyam Hanso Yatha Kshiram Ibamu Visram. Suppose say, well, please let me know. Suppose the student goes, the teacher answers, please let me know. By knowing which everything is as well known. By gaining which everything is as well gained. By doing which everything is as well done. By reaching which everywhere as well reached. Meaning there is nothing more to reach, nothing more to gain, nothing more to lose, nothing more to achieve. Absolute fulfillment. What is that? Now suppose say, go to the scriptures. Now go to the scripture. Which is scripture? Aneka Shastram. Go to the God. Which God? Which God we shall go to? Aneka Shastram. I'll come back to that. If I jump it, remind me, okay? Which God I shall go? This morning somebody was a very, very interesting thing. One person was telling a very nice story. Because people work on emotions of people. You must know God, you must know this. Fine, fine, fine. You cannot stop people from believing. Because everybody is helpless. They shall believe in anything you say. Because the person is helpless. How many useless informations are floating around in the internet today because of the corona? Somebody says, drink this, drink that, don't drink this, don't drink that, don't breathe. 100 million. While looking at it, you feel there should not be lockdown on the street, but there should be lockdown on media. There should be lockdown on these useless, WhatsApp things, because it's creating unnecessary fear. So many things. Which one I should believe? But everybody is desperate. As though he has a solution. He gives a solution which is not a solution. Yesterday somebody was telling me there was a nebulizer, for oxygen. He said that is the one you don't. If you use that, you don't need to go to oxygen. There is a difference between when you go to an ICU and go to this. Anyway, friend, that's not my subject. But you think of it. Everybody is desperate. They shall go for many things. Now come to God. One person said there was a poor man sitting down on the very emotionally you can pep up people, and then you shall tell the story and everybody will be, lap it up. Oh, one day the king was going in the street and there is a big beggar there and he's supposed to be a very wise man sitting down there. In the name of the wise, what all wise tales are talked, which no wise man themselves will recognize, did I say that? Nobody will say that. People give interpretations which the Upanishads themselves will be wondering at. That is why I say Veda says this, there is a statement. Veda, there is only one fear. That person who has not studied much, one who has never understood, never contemplated. Why is samam pratarishyati? Veda bibhyati alpagyat. The person who alpagya means the person doesn't know anything. For him, from that only Vedas are afraid as though. Why? Samam pratarishyati, he shall cheat me. Because it tells you the easiest solution here and now, but this person goes on postponing. Gives the interpretation, 1,000 million interpretations, which are very, very difficult. The whole subject is, you are the truth, you are the absolute, infinity is here and now. All that we have been seeing, friends. When I talk that, it is not to hit at somebody. But please do not make, if you don't know the solution, do not unnecessary meddle with other people's thinking and destroy them. Not necessary at all. First ask for yourself, do I know it? Am I the absolute? Have I known something by knowing which everything is as well known, gaining which everything is as well gained, doing which everything is as well done? There is nothing more to do. Naivatasya krutena arthana akrutena kaschana. There is nothing by doing which I shall be happy, or there is no such thing by not doing which I shall be happy. For me, everything what is beyond the activity in activity, beyond achievement and success. There is no such thing. For me to be happy, for me to be immortal, for me to be all-pervasive, no conditions apply. How can you say you must be doing this, getting, if you have the money only you'll be happy, if you have the poverty only you'll be happy, if you are austere only you'll be, no conditions apply. Again and again think over. That is something instantaneous here and now. Anyway, so the person was lying down, the man was in the street, the king was passing by. And the king saw him and he said, felt very bad because after all he is the king, so he is very kind. He told him, please, I will give you shelter in the royal palace, everything will be given to you. And this person said, the story goes, the person said, I have 4 conditions. If you want me to come with you to the palace, these are the 4 conditions. Imagine that. Anyway, it's a story after all. So any conditions can put. And what are the 4 conditions? Number 1 is, when I come to that place, I shall not do anything, but you shall be doing everything. King is telling, I will not do anything, but you shall do everything. I shall sleep all the time. You shall never sleep. I will have all the food in the world, but you shall never eat. I should have all the dress, but you should have no dress. The king said, what nonsense. For this condition how do you think is it possible? You sleep and I will never sleep. You eat, I will never eat. You dress, I will never dress. How is that? And you don't work, I have to work all the time. Fantastic. How is it possible? He said, Maharaj, the story is like this. That is why I do not go to you, because you are a Badshah, you are a king, you are a Sultan. I have got a king at my disposal. My God. This is the language of the religious faith. Nothing wrong, friends. Please continue. But you shall see the danger in it. But I have my Badshah, my emperor, my God. Who? I always sleep. He is always awake. I never do anything. He does everything. I never sleep. I always sleep. He never sleeps. I have all the dress. He doesn't have any dress. So which Badshah, which one I shall choose? You, the king in the palace, or my God? Beautiful. Everybody will say, that is true, that is true. Now the question is, whose God? God of which religion? God of which faith? The person who is speaking that story, he is God. If you tell, so who is your God? If you say this is God, no, there's no God. Suppose somebody says, the person may feel absolutely insulted, humiliated. For fanatics. But for every believer, the other believer is fanatic. Please, friends, don't waste our time on this. It is like if the medicine comes from Germany, I will not use it. If it comes from Switzerland, I will not use it. From India, I will not use it. Why medicine? If the medicine cures, take it. It doesn't matter which country, which continent, which laboratory. If it cures, let it be curing. Suppose you say the God is this, God is cure. My God, which God? Think of it. So the Shastra, you go there, come back. Which one shall cure? If there is a disease, if there is a problem, where shall I go? Aneka Shastram, too many scriptures are there. Which scripture I shall go? So many beliefs are there. Which belief shall I go? The question is not, friends, which scripture you go, which belief systems you'll go, which information you shall go to. What is that something they deal with? Do they talk about something by knowing which everything is as well known? It's me, the I. Because that there is a God or no God is not my problem. That I am here is the problem. That there is a creation or no creation is not my problem. That there is a disease or no disease is not my problem. I am here, because of which my body is my problem. Body by itself has no problem. 100 times you have seen that, friends. Deho no janati, body doesn't know. Space has no fears. Water, fire, earth, elements have no fear. Creation has no fear. Creator has fear or no fear, forget it. Whether there is a creator or not, please don't worry about it for the time being. What is more important? If you are not here, will you ever think about a creator? Aneka Shastram, so many scriptures are there. Many, many things to be known. Whatever is essential, please take it. Physically, whole universe is there. Whatever is essential is my body. Each person's body. Because, are you getting that point? If your body is not there, the whole physical universe means nothing. In your physical body, all sense organs are there. No problem. Everything is functioning. No problem. Thoughts are there. No problem. If I thought is not there, there is no problem. That's why children have no problem. Please. When your I thought, the individuality goes into sleep, then also no problem. Please see this. Think it over. This is not my I, your I. My God, your God. It's not like my God, your God. If my individuality is my problem, your individuality is your problem. Understand? Keep the gods away from the problems of human beings. Keep the gods away. Keep the creation away. Even keep the virus away. Because the virus can kill this body, it cannot kill me. Keep the terrorist away. They can take away your body, they can kill you. Your physical body they can destroy, they can take away your land. Politically, socially, you understand, in every other dimension, friends, there is somebody who can snatch everything that you have, but no force in the world can touch you, who you are. That is why knowing which everything is as well known. Gaining which everything is as well gained. Doing which everything is as well done. Reaching where everything is as well reached. Yourself. You know yourself, and that is the root of the entire universe. Because it is the I, that is the conundrum. What is that something by knowing which everything shall be well known? People are science try to find out that unified theory. If there is one theory, one something which can explain everything, please understand, friend, the I thought is not a material something to be analyzed in the laboratories. Why do you think only science, material science and material things, all this physical, tangible, gross universe is the ultimate? There is an intangible thing. The tangible body has no problem, the intangible I has the problem. So how do you solve the intangible's problem with the tangible universe? That is why you can see that if your hunger is physical, friends, if your hunger is physical, Mahadeva, hunger is gross physical, you need gross food for satisfying the hunger. You cannot satisfy the hunger of your body by thinking about food. Dream. That is why dreamers have all the problems. More hunger comes. Dreamers. It's a two different dimensions. There's subtler dimension. The subtler thoughts will not satisfy your gross hunger. And that is why the gross wealth of the entire universe cannot satisfy the subtle emptiness of your mind. It will be a bottomless pot. Nothing can ever fulfill it. You can have millions, stars, galaxies, everything at your disposal, still will be empty. So what is that something? by knowing which everything shall be well known. I thought. Because even if you do not understand the creation, if you understand about yourself, that when that the creation is not a problem, that the creation is there is not a problem, existence is not a problem, I am existing is a problem. When I understand the secret, the mystery, the puzzle that the I is, when that is resolved, the presence or absence of anything doesn't matter, immaterial. If it's there, beautiful. And at one time it will not be there. At one time this body was not there, universe was existing. After some time this body will go away, universe will continue to exist, it makes no difference to me. It difference to me, it makes a difference to each one of us only when I am there and the world is going to go away. Or I am going to go away, the world is going to be there. That is my problem. That is universal problem. 8 billion people's problem. It can be 20, 30 billions of problem. And you can carry that problem to lunar surface, be loonies and mad, insane. You can go to Martian surface and you can be martial artists, kill each other there. Or you can go to any galaxy. You shall carry your problem with yourself to every planet. You have destroyed human earth planet, you shall destroy every other planet also. Why? Not intentionally, but because you are searching for something. By knowing which everything shall be as well known, you are searching for that. In that search, man shall go into stars, galaxies, not only outer universe, it shall explore the inner universe. You can go through neurology, you can go through this, anything you shall say. Your physical body, medical science, is all physical. Physical instruments. It's not the physical instruments which are a problem, friends. Understand, it is not the physical instrument which is a problem, the person which is a problem. Please. I told you the other day, when you jump into water, the water doesn't kill you. You are not swimming, kills you. Water doesn't kill. Water is there. If you float, it will float you. If you drown, you drown. Water is not an agent of death. Same thing here. The physical body doesn't kill us. The body is meant when your body was born, you are not born with the body. You are not there. The body was hanging around, moving around with all parents and everybody. And it was growing too. Who confused the whole body? I am young. I'm a boy, I'm a girl, I'm a black, I'm white, I'm red, I'm green. What is this? Rich, poor, believer, non-believer. So many different types of thoughts you are picking it up. My God, your God. My philosophy, your philosophy. Why? Knowing this is the universal solution, knowing which everything is as well known. And with that conundrum, this morning I was really taken up. Then you shall say, we should go to scriptures. All right, go to what? Vedanta, go to Upanishads. And these Upanishads are so tight, because it's so beautiful. And suddenly, suppose you say, yes, I studied these things, there is only one thing, Brahman al-Parveshi, there is nothing other than that type of information, you pick it up. There is no caste, no creed, no sex, no race, there is all everything. I know now. So the teacher now asks you, these people are sitting down there. Do you know these things? Yasya matam tasya matam, matam yasya navedasaha, avijñātam vijānatam, vijñātam abhijānatam. The teacher asks you, challenges your understanding. Do you know this truth? Yes, I know it. Yasya matam tasya matam. One who says he does not know, he knows. Matam yasya navedasa. One who says he knows, he does not know. Abhijñātam vijānatam. The person who says they know, abhijñātam, they don't know. Vijñātam abhijānatam. Those who say do not know, they know it. You say you know it, you don't know anything. Ayayo. Why? Because it challenges. If you still exist as the knower of the truth, you don't know anything. You can't know the truth. You can be the truth. Just see another conundrum within conundrum, puzzle within a puzzle. How beautifully it challenges. Your personality is not left out. What to talk about your faith, your gods, your beliefs, your practices. What has happened to the world today? The practices have overtaken everything. The practice runs. That has overtaken everybody. The money, the wealth, the indulgence, the denial, the security. You understand your belief, your disbelief, your celebrations, your customs, your traditions, that have been very, very important. Much more important than human beings. Have you not seen the religious persecution? Political persecution? Should we be there to persecute somebody? The practices we shall persecute you. Don't eat anything, don't do anything, don't dig a hole and sit down and all the time. The more you punish yourself, the more the pain you undertake, the greater, more punyavan, more holy person you are. Who said that? Or just because you are killing, destroying everything, you are a fantastic person. Nothing to do with this. No conditions apply. You can't say. If you say you know it, you don't know it. Oh, because the I is still there to say. Then what shall I do? You can keep quiet. If you keep quiet also misunderstood. Maybe fellow doesn't know. So the line goes so beautifully. When the teacher challenges the student, do you know it? The student who understands it also beautifully answers. Naham manni suvedeti. No vedeti vedacha. Yonastad veda tast veda. Yenastad vyachacha. It's like that he says. Then the teacher asks, do you know this? He's very careful. If he says, I know, where are you there to know about it? If you say you know something, you don't know anything. Now he says, Naham manni suvedeti. Oh Lord, now I don't think I know it, because it cannot be known. Neither I can say, no vedeti na veda. No vedeti. Neither I can say I don't know. I can't say I don't know because it is me, the knowledge itself. I can't say I know as knowing something. Very smart. So don't get by heart the answer and you say, no, vedeti, vedacha. No, for God's sake. Why are you trying to impress somebody with your answer? Or challenge somebody with your answer and question? The wise man is the one who shall never challenge anybody. In his presence, nobody shall ever feel challenged. Because that fellow is a Rakshas. Is a high-class rascal, high-class ace man. Whatever the other person says, yes. There is a God? Yes. No God. Okay. What about eating this food? You don't have to. Why can't you eat? Why are you asking me? He's an absolute ace man. Jale jalam, taile tailam. Water with the water, oil with the oil. Which faith is good? Whatever makes it good for you. Which God is better? Whatever suits you. Which medicine is nice? Whichever works for you. Which book I shall follow? Why are you asking me? Whatever makes you comfortable, do it. But ultimately ask yourself, are you happy because following something, or because you are happy and happy to follow? Because of a practice you are feeling comfortable, or because you are happy with yourself and any practice is good, if it is not there also good. Why? At one time the situation will come, friends, when your physical body will not be there to do that practice. Can you do yoga until the end of your life? You think you shall live a very long time. 20-year-old you are dead. 40-year-old eating pizza and chocolate and the ice cream. I think 70 kilo or 80, 100 kilo Maha Yogi or Maha, whatever. See, please don't say that I am getting angry. No, I am not. Just because you are starving, therefore skeletal, that doesn't make you wise. Or just because you are huge, that doesn't make you wise. It has nothing to do with what you have. Very, very simple, friends. You have to recognize very clearly. And in the presence of such a wise person, the person who is a wise one, really aware of himself, you will never make anybody feel uncomfortable around. Impossible. Why? Because if that person has with his faith or his little knowledge or more knowledge feels comfortable, be that way. You will be surprised. Again, yesterday I was discussing something with somebody. It comes up, new ideas. Average people, how do they behave in life? Think, how does the average people behave in life? Why do you point out a mistake in somebody? Ask yourself a question. Everybody is very, very, very busy in pointing out other people's mistakes. You are Sahasraksha Sahasrapad. You have 1,000 eyes to pinpoint other people's mistake. 1,000 feet to find out, to go to a place to teach somebody that what nonsense he did or point it out. One eye is not there even for looking at yourself. At very person, he says, it is a joke somebody made it, it's not the India is like that. He said, made a joke on the Indian with the crowd. He says, if you tell Indians, you all must be at home, because of the COVID time, you all must be at home. Everybody will come out to see who is outside. Who is not at home. You find out where you are there. Okay, white people try to find out a mistake, go to universal. No Indian, Muslim, Christian, this or that, or nothing nice stuff. Forget this man, woman, no, caste, creed, sex, race, completely forget. None of us are born branded, none of us must die branded, for God's sake. You came without any type of branding, any type of conditioning, must go back every type of branding and conditioning. Because if you are leaving behind, everybody philosophizes, you cannot carry anything from this world. You cannot carry your wealth, your car, your this, your houses, your this, your empires, everything shall be left behind. How the Mahmud of Ghazni went with the hands outside. Alexander the Great asked him the hands to be thrown outside the coffin. Why? Because so the whole world sees how these emperors, even though they struggled so much to amass so much of wealth, going back empty-handed. Right. Not only you cannot carry back anything material from this universe because you did not bring anything, you can't take back any memories also. In a sense, take back means what? This, you came without the ahankar, the I thought. Don't try to take it back. How do you know that I'm taking it back? Why are you still afraid? Beautiful English. Why are you frightened? I am dying. If I am not there, there is no question of my being afraid of death. I was not there to celebrate my birth. I am not there to be frightened of death. Let whatever happened to the body, let it happen. Think of this, friends. One thing. Only one thing. You know that something? Finished. That's why people, this eye feels very comfortable by pointing out somebody's mistake. Do you know why? The moment you point out somebody's mistake, unconsciously you become superior to that person. That gives the empty fellow a little importance. This man is smoking. I don't smoke. That fellow is drinking. I don't drink. That the other person smoking is not the point. The spoken word is the other person is smoking. The unspoken importance is, I don't smoke. Because I am here to point out everybody's mistake. So the person who is pointing out everybody's mistake, he is wonderful like a journalist. He is finding out how the politicians are doing. So the journalists think they are all the supreme model of the morality, right? God only knows. Think of it. By pointing out other people's mistake, listen to the danger in that. By pointing out other people's mistake, you feel superior. Such a person shall never ever point out somebody's achievement. Because the moment you recognize somebody's achievement, it will give you an idea of inferiority. You shall listen 1,000 critics of 1,000 people. You shall very rarely come across a person who admires others. Because the moment you admire somebody, he is so kind, it may reflect on you, I am so cruel. He is so charitable, you may say that you are so tight, a miser. If somebody is so helpful, I fellow never help. So do not ever point out somebody's greatness. Even if you know it, very quiet about it. But there are mistakes, oh, make no mistake. They shall know, everybody shall know. He is the tum-tum. He is the one who is the drummer of the town. He shall go everywhere and tell everybody else how that fellow was drinking. Why? In the greatest achievement of his life, he pointed out somebody's mistake, but never he achieved something. You talk about other person's poverty, other person's corruption. Have you ever talked about your own achievement and corruption-free and distributing everything, helping everybody out? No, impossible. You can't. You point out mistake of every thought. Have you found out the truth of it? Critics, too many. Critics, too many. I have dismissed every thought. Have I found some place where I found my own solace? No, then don't talk about it. You are a frustrated mind. Desperate, frustrated. Your satisfaction lies in pointing out other people's mistake. Ask yourself, why are we worried about other people? And the moment you know about yourself, how beautiful it will be. Because when you love yourself, listen carefully, when you love yourself for who you are, listen, and you no more define yourself by what you have, you know what a wonderful person you have become. You are in perpetual love with yourself and the universe. I love myself for whoever I am. And I love everything for whatever I have. Whatever things we have in this universe, I love it. I love myself for who I am. And I love everything, what all I have. My body, mind, thought, everything, right? Listen carefully. Suppose I love myself for what I have. Please understand, friends, you can never love anybody. Do you know why? If anybody has got something which is not like yours, suppose I have loved myself for my riches, I shall look at everybody through the riches. If somebody is poorer than me, he is not a human being for me. If somebody is richer than me, I am jealous of him. Whom can you love? Whom can you love? You cannot. And friends, nobody can give you company. Recognize this. This morning, this was the first question, I wrote it down. What is this? This thought came, beautiful idea, friends. Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself. Do not question father, mother, brother, husband, wife, this philosopher, that philosopher, this God, that God. Forget it. Don't waste your time on those things. Please don't waste your time on this. The trouble is you are wasting more time on questioning others than questioning yourself. If you go on questioning others, their problem is not solved, your problem is not solved. You shall remain a fantastic problem for all times to come because you are so miserable inside you. How much when I see these type of people walking around, oh, disaster. Ask yourself a question. What is that something which gives you the company at all times, at all places, in all conditions? Name a thing which gives you companionship at all times, all places, in all conditions. Who shall give you the greatest companionship? The space cannot. Air cannot. Air has to be, or else you will be dead. Just think of it. The air. Fire, water, earth, they may be somewhere. Listen carefully. Your physical body needs that air. No doubt. Think of it. What can give you the continuous companionship? It was there in your childhood, it will be there in your youth, it is there in your old age. Name a person. Always you can give you companionship. Name an object. Balloon, car, gold, Think for yourself, anything you like. A man, a woman. Nobody can give you companionship at all times to come. Listen carefully. Also, think for yourself. Ask yourself, to whom can you give the longest companionship? Other people don't give me companionship, you see. Oh, all right. Ask yourself, can you promise a companionship, a togetherness for all times to come to anybody? Name somebody to whom you shall give companionship for all times to come. If you consider yourself your wealth, it was not there with you, it will not be with you. If you consider yourself your physical body, it was not with you, it will not be with you. If you consider yourself your thought, it was not with you, it will not be with you. The things that are not even with you own, how can with those things you can give to companionship forever for other people? Are you getting that logic, or I am too fast? Okay, let me slow down. The same body with which I give the physical companionship to others, it was not there with me. It was not and it will not be. And now I say, with my body, I shall give companionship to you for the longest time to come. That is why Corona destroys everybody. Today it is Corona, tomorrow it is cancer, tomorrow it is other diseases. What are you talking? Disease? Should you part before you die? Somebody's gold will make you so jealous you disappear from the fellow. Somebody gives a little more attention to you or less attention to you, disappear from the fellow. You feel less attended to or attention deficit, you run away. You say attention, please, too much attention also, you run away. Because, are you getting that point, please? You have the wealth, you could find the company of wealthy people. Now you have the money, you have no money, you are craving for their company, they are not there. Understand? That by which you are promising that I shall give somebody else companionship, it is not there with you all times to come. So, two things resolved. Nothing in this universe can give you permanent companionship, nor you can offer your companionship to anybody. Right or wrong? Physically, not possible. Sense organ-wise, not possible. Thought-wise, not possible. Consciousness-wise, absolutely possible. What is that something which shall be always with me? Myself. Even that self cannot be, listen carefully, this is the most beautiful line, I wrote it down in my diary. Even that self which is eternal, Nitya Sarvagata Sthanu Achaloyam Sanatana, eternal, steady, all-pervasive, eternally fresh Sanatana consciousness, that also cannot give companionship to everything for all time to come. Why? Because those things will not be there to look for companionship. I am Brahman, consciousness all-pervasive. My body I can give my companionship all the time. How long? As long as the body is there. The body cannot take my companionship. The sense organs cannot take my companionship. The thoughts cannot take my companionship. The universe cannot, as it is, cannot take my companionship. It's continuously changing, I am continuously changeless, no problem. But the changing things will not have the continuous companionship of the Absolute, because changing thing itself is dying away. How beautiful. One conundrum, sir. Knowing which everything is as well known. Who I am, who you are, who everything is same. Your happiness, my happiness, same. If it is sensation happiness, you like music, I like touching something or somebody. I like touching something to somebody, you like seeing something to somebody, seeing something. You like seeing something, somebody like eating something. Somebody likes taste something, somebody likes smelling something. Somebody likes smelling something, somebody likes thinking about something. Your sensations and your dependence on happiness can go on varying. Happiness as such, invariable, all-pervasive. No conditions apply. Atisahajam. Here and now. Here and now. Ekam aksharam. Nirantaram bhasa, hrudi nirantaram bhasate, nirantaram bhasate, swayam bhasate, continuously shining. Aham asmi, sada bhami. Natvevaham jatu nasam, natvam neme janadipaha, najevana bhavishyamah, sarve vayamatah param. What Krishna revealed the truth. Natvevaham jatu nasam. Hey Arjuna, there was never a time when I was not, you were not, all these people are not. Natvevaham bhavishyamah. Nor it shall so happen that you shall not be, I shall not be, or they shall not be. Meaning, you were, are, shall be. I was, am, shall be, they were, are, shall be. Nothing from the standpoint of the self, the absolute, everything is up, top class, fantastic. Easy, easy, easy. Knowing which, everybody is as well known, because you know yourself, I know myself. Shake hand without shaking. Same. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtayena. To Dakshinamurti mein namaskar. Why? Ishvara Guru Atma iti Murti Veda Vibhagine. It looks like three things. Ishvara, Guru, Atma. That God, the teacher, the person. Every person should be involved with Ishvara, all pervasiveness. And every person gets connected to somebody who reveals the truth and doesn't give him new roles, new practices. Understand, friends, roles are as though pretensions. Roles are all pretensions. You appear to be poor when you are not. You appear to be rich when you are not. You playing the roles means what? That's not you. Pretensions. And understand that word pretension, in every pretentiousness, there is a truth shining underneath. Right or wrong? When I say you are pretending, because if I see that you are really angry, pretending to smile, I say you are silent. That means pretentiousness comes from the, in comparison to the, in contrast or in comparison to truth, the pretentiousness comes. So, if you are pretend to be mortal, you are immortal. If you are pretending to be immortal, that's an immortal idea. You can, unhappiness, not unhappiness, rich, poor, these are all different roles. In each, one thing shining is the truth. Pretensions, appearances, as beautiful, let them be there. It's just like, friends, sun is rising, sun is setting, as though the space remains ever the same. In the space of consciousness, everything rising and setting. So, choice is yours. And something immediately available for this knowledge, for anybody at any time. So, ask yourself, close your eyes, friends, with that we shall stop. Ask yourself, what is that something which can give me companionship at all times? Not your riches, not your body, not your senses, not your sensations, not your thoughts, not even the I thought. Self, always with yourself. And that self cannot give companionship to everybody all times, because to whom, if you consider yourself Aham Brahmasmi, I have the consciousness all pervasive, you also are aware. If you want to give a companionship to your physical body, to your thought, to your perceptions, to your sensations, to your possessions, sad that these possessions have no continuous life. They automatically drop out. They shall not be there to look for your companionship. as the truth of everything that is changing and dying, all names and forms, you are immortal, absolute, here and now, instantaneous. You don't need the companionship of anything or anybody in this universe. That is why no corona can destroy you, no disease can destroy you, no death can destroy you. If you learn to enjoy the immortality, the absolute, the happiness, the fulfillment, even the relative conditions of pain, aging, poverty shall not affect you. Unfortunately, we have been brainwashed to believe that everybody must be successful, everybody must be rich, so it doesn't matter, you destroy the forest, destroy the environment, spoil the Amazon forest and destroy the Alaskan snowfield, icebergs, ice field, pollution air. Why are we doing all this? Because everybody wants sensation. Somebody spreads an empire in the name of political hegemony. The kings were going, and some religious people were busy expanding their empire, destroying the whole world. Your destruction, devastation in the name of a god or the so-called a leader or a king to whom you consider as a god, is both are absolutely stupid. You have no business to touch anybody's life. And don't touch the mortal life, because it has few years for him to live in this world. We have no business to kill somebody. Help them to recognize the immortality, the absolute that they are. And enjoy the companionship, which is very temporary. Take the best out of it. When it passes, you are still there, shining in infinity glory, the self, the awareness that you are. So see this immortality, you take care of mortality, corona, help yourself to be away from it and not infected, and help others to remain like that. It's not only corona, friends, every situation is like that. Be happy with yourself, help others to also discover the same happiness. You can't give physical, material comfort, do not give physical, material, emotional discomfort to anybody, please. Because in ignorance, everybody is plenty of misery in their life. So see that truth for yourself and live your life. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.